Stellar Blade is a story about the end of humanity, which, to be fair, might have been for the best. Earth has been turned into a post-apocalyptic poo-poo platter, crawling with alien flesh monsters. This planet is now a dump. We were led to believe they fled to space, consuming canned wieners and paste, pretending they're the smart ones. By the way, the paste? Chemically identical to male enhancement pills, so effectively, it's a generously blended mix of Cialis and Colgate. How do I know? That's between me and God. Let's just say I've been enlightened. These cybernetic femme fatales were not built for love or comfort, only for the efficient disassembly of anything with a pulse. As for the ones built for pleasure, the male models. I now limp like a pirate, except instead of having a wooden leg, I received one. Enough with the dick pills. So, instead of fixing Earth's problem like normal people, you know, with guns, nuclear missiles, therapy, or even a 30-man cathartic circle jerk, we send down Eve, a combat android sculpted by perverts, powered by God, and held together by unregulated ass physics. Her mission is simple, and by simple, I mean completely undefined. Reclaim Earth. From what? For who? What the fuck does that even mean? Nobody knows. Don't ask questions. Just nod, swing your sword, and enjoy the jiggle physics. Because soon, Eve learns that the monsters might not be the real monsters. Maybe humanity is the real monster. Maybe the real enemy is shitty writing. You will meet survivors who, although they look like lab accidents, somehow act more human than any inbred Redditor. And then there's the ball-fondling priest, a creature I briefly mistook for a homeless ball-maxer attempting to reach spiritual enlightenment through nut-fondling. And I took him from the one thing keeping him alive. His balls. Considering he's the first recorded man-slaughtering alien responsible for humanity's extinction, I'd say he's done his part and I never leave loose ends. The combat in Stellar Blade is Souls-like, marketing speak for, we hope you like cock and ball torture. Every enemy has perfectly telegraphed attacks. Only if you can decipher the animation cues, color flashes, and the faint psychic whispers from your ancestors that tells you now is the time to parry. You will reach a point where you are not dodging anymore. You are performing interpretive ballet with an alien that wants to wear your ass cheeks over its head. Parrying will keep you alive most of the time. You'll do it constantly. Well, at least you will try to. Because in many cases, not parrying means death. But when you get it right, when you time that perfect clash, you will feel that tingle near the darkest part of your ass crack. It's satisfying, it's brutal, and it's the closest you'll ever come to feeling bliss around your butthole. You will also collect upgrade materials, level up your beta skills, which is both a combat term and a personality descriptor. Unlocking new skills will make you feel powerful right before an enemy instantly deletes you, who, dare I say, is not even a boss. You will scream, you will cry, you will crawl back into your goon cave when you realize parry time is alive. It's all very Souls-like, except instead of a silent knight or a naked crack fiend, you are a high-heeled supermodel who could solo God, but fears the true enemy, elevation. Bosses in Stellar Blade don't fight you, they humiliate you. They have attack patterns designed by a sadist with a PhD in animation. You dodge, you parry, you feel proud, and for once in your life, you feel you are finally good at something. Then phase 2 begins. You hate it here. You prefer sucking the ass of a chimpanzee through a big-ass straw than to fight a brute whose every swing looks identical but claps you on a different calendar day. I can assure you that every boss gets harder as you progress through the story. Early on, the bosses are there only to groom you, gently caressing your hands and stroking your ego as they whisper in your ear, "You are a fucking god," giving you the illusion that, you know what, I'm pretty fucking good. No, I never thought that a cucumber wrapped in sandpaper in between my ass cheeks would feel less excruciating than touching tips with a half-alien, half-robot hybrid. At this point, I've accepted that I find comfort through agony. Usually, I cannot play a game for more than 3 hours before my brain begs for release. But somehow, I endured this one for days, most of which were spent being violated by what can only be described as a carnivorous Christmas tree with a degree in pain. The demo crawler doesn't run, it teleports directly into your lap like a needy house cat made of knives. Every swing is a psychological experiment designed to see how you'll pretend you have reflexes. It'll fake you out, delay for 2 business days, and then slap you with the force of divine taxation. But when you finally win, when you land that perfect parry and turn that boss into a cosmic shit stain, you feel transcendence, not joy. That's long gone. Just the quiet, hollow satisfaction, like that of a monk who's achieved enlightenment through suffering from cutting out gooning. The exploration is, it's okay, I guess. There are many inconveniences obstructing you in order for you to explore some maps of the game. Fast traveling, it saves you time, it saves you headaches, it's not available. Why? Because 5G has not been installed in these communications towers yet. Calling your local plug to sniff your balloon knot has never been harder. Sometimes, where you want to jump is precisely where you don't want to land. This game has a habit of teaching you geometry through trauma. You'll leap with confidence, land with regret, and immediately discover that your new home is the corner of a room shared with several hostile appliances who all take turns rearranging your internal organs. Inevitably, you will use your one precious revive item, only to fucking perish again, and more efficiently, as if the game itself is optimizing your suffering. It's less trial and error and more trial and execution. The average gamer expands the story through side quests. You know, the ones that unlock the true ending, deepen the lore, or add emotional closure. Not me though. I am not mentally ill. I came for the gameplay. And after realizing what that actually meant, I decided the true ending was factoring myself out of the game as soon as possible, before it can claim more of my mental stability. Unfortunately, this game doesn't allow that. It holds you hostage, subjecting you to agony without limit. The sweet smell of victory draws near, but you've been lied to. The closer you got, the worse the smell became. It was familiar, almost comforting, the kind forged through years of unwashed regret and broken dreams. Then it hits you. That smell isn't the environment. It's the one you get butt naked, squatting over your bathtub. The smell of human suffering radiating straight from your ass crack. And surprisingly enough, it's coming from Queen Ass Ripper. Her sole purpose? To make sure you never live long enough to read the credits of the game that personally hates you. I can taste the hatred. I can feel it as well. Oh, so you got jokes too, huh? Here's a funny joke. I have a micro penis. I think I'm starting to like this. Are you threatening me with a good time? What are you even doing that? Thank the Lord. Get me the fuck out of here. Our last obstacle is none other than God himself. I always had a bad feeling about this guy. I take full responsibility for trusting someone who calls their fit sewer rat. Is he harder than Raven? That depends. Can you hold your panic as he pretends to swing only to feint and punish you? Did you develop the post-traumatic reflex of flinching too early only to watch an explosion lovingly caress your ass anyway? Did Raven fire glowing death balls you gracefully dodged, only for them to explode a second later and remodel your legs into artisanal dog shit? Whatever the answer is, I would say that, nonetheless, this dickhead has left me in a perpetual state of unprovoked existential despair. I now exist in a liminal space between rage, horniness, and mild concussions, the kind of spiritual limbo reserved for people who underestimated a prehistoric alien monstrosity that clearly invented suffering. It doesn't move like a creature bound by physics. It teleports, it feints, it swings with multiple indistinguishable attack windows, and every wrong step feels like a personal judgment from the cosmos. By the time I finally survived, I was not triumphant. I was humbled, broken, and convinced that somewhere, somehow, the universe was personally converting my head tremors into catastrophic anal fissures. And during those 35 hours, I saw God repeatedly, often in quick succession, sometimes twice in one boss fight, sometimes twice before I hit the ground. I had the shit beaten back into my anus. Would I recommend this game to anyone? Absolutely. Only to my worst enemies and my wife's boyfriend. And remember, the only thing stellar about Stellar Blade was the seismic clap of those ass cheeks. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe for more shitty videos.